What's up, guys? Fred Warner here again. Just finished up our week 4 game against the New England Patriots. Pulling up to the crib now, so welcome back to the Rearview. All right, so firstly, leading up into the game, what was my mindset? What was our mindset as a team? Defensively, what was our mindset? Obviously, this was a must-win in my mind. We had lost two games in a row on the road, tough losses. Ones that I feel like in both games we could have made more plays to win those games, but we didn't. And I've been there, unfortunately, last season when we had lost three games in a row. And that was a horrible feeling. Wanted to make sure that we didn't have that feeling again, of course. So what was it going to take to win the game, to get us back on track, right? And, I think all week leading up to the game, we knew the challenge that the Patriots presented in the run game. Big, imposing offensive linemen, big backs that run the ball hard. Both the running backs on film had shown that they, ran the ball tough, what I'm saying? In a league where there's not a lot of just bruisers, I mean, they got them. We knew the challenges that we're going to face with them. We knew we had to gang tackle them. We had to set the tone early with both backs. And I think we did just that, man. I think the defense, I told the defense that this was our game to really take the next step in how we were going to progress as a group. And, I loved the way that we came out and attacked, guys all over the place. I go down the line and name or talk about every single guy on the defense and how they came and showed up big time. Even the guy, like small things that other people don't necessarily see that are showing up on tape, man, that give me so much confidence going forward in our group. Play one, Devondre Campbell shooting the gap, on an inside run play. I think that right there said everything about how the game was going to go from then on out. And I was just really proud of the guys, man. And we got a win in a crucial game that we needed to just kind of get back on track and get back to playing 49er football, man, and feeling like ourselves. And, there was talk after the game about the speech I gave pregame. And it's not that I even said anything special. I feel like I give a million speeches because that's just, I'm the speech guy, I guess, but before the game, when we're on the field warming up, we finish our warm-ups without pads on. I always get the guys together and, we just talk, share a message about how I feel about the game going into it and what the expectations are as a group. And, I wanted to make sure that everybody's mind was exactly right and we were on the same page. So I feel like we were, man, and it carried over into the game in a big way. But let me just make this clear though. Speeches don't win games by any means. All right, nothing I have ever said in a huddle, in a speech, none of that has ever won a game. At the end of the day, you got to go out there, you got to play football, and play the best you can, and that comes from preparation throughout the week. So I attribute this win to how we came out and worked this week. And made sure we brought the juice, we brought the energy, regardless of losing two games in a row, being a little bit down. Man, come on, let's go back and let's go get this one. It's all about a next play, next game mentality, and that's what we're gonna take going forward. So, baby Bo, my sweet son, had his first game day, regular season game day. He showed up for one preseason game in the preseason, but this was his first regular season game that he showed up for and got to see his daddy play. Him and my wife were on the sideline pregame, and I'm over here thinking, man, I'm gonna get to see my son, and take a picture and do all those things. But I go over there, and my son's asleep. My son's asleep in my wife's arms. In a hectic atmosphere. My son's asleep, and hey. We'll see if he stays awake for the next one. I'm just happy that he was there because that's my sweet boy. Is why I do it, why I play the game, and my wife. So it was big time to have him out there. and be able to he stayed for the majority of the game. You know, got to see a couple plays in there, and so yeah, it was fun. It was a surreal experience, man. Those are the moments that you dream of right there, being with your family pregame. So that was cool. I'm actually pretty parched. So the pick six, for those that watch the Warner House podcast me and my wife do every week, just not this week. We talked about it before the game. She asked me, babe, like, what are you gonna do to help the team win the game? And I said, hey, babe, I'm looking for the trifecta. And we talked about what is a trifecta, and then I asked her. She said pick. The first thing that came out of her mouth was pick six. And I was like, whoa, honey, the trifecta is just a pick, but hey, I love that you said that. So let me go make sure I get the pick six for you. So we go out to the game, and man, to break the play down just a little bit, we happen to be in a third and medium situation, 3rd and 5. You know, I'm a middle defender in the coverage. I'm reading the formation. I'm expecting something a little bit shorter in 3rd and 5, but you know, hey, they ran a nice little concept trying to bring guys across the field with some crossers and some in cuts. And man, like I said, usually if you're around the hashes, good things happen, man. Just kind of let my instincts take over. And Jacoby Brissett, man, just hummed it in there. Had some heat on that ball. I had to go up and get it, and it kind of knocked me back. So that's why I fell back. Boom, landed straight on my back, lose my wind. But hey, in the moment, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about, hey, get up. Boom, hop up. I see the tight end flash in front of my face, swipe his hand down. And then just to watch the film of all my teammates running down the field, trying to get a block for your boy, it honestly brought a little bit of a tear to my eye, you know, because you talk about brotherhood, and you think that your guys care for you and that you care for your guys, but to see it happening and unfolding in real time when bullets are flying, man, I mean, that's what it's about right there. It's not even like the pick, you know, was cool by me, but like the fact that I was able to get to the end zone speaks to all of my teammates and the love that we share for one another, and how we play and rock for each other, man. And they're the ones who got me into that end zone. I was over there, back arched, neck back, head back, gas for air, and made it happen. So, you know, they say if you score on defense, there's about a 99.9% chance you win the game. So hopefully we can continue to do that. Hopefully I can get some more of those for my team to win more games, because that's all we're about here with the 49ers, man, and we trying to win games. Before the half, I tweaked my ankle, stepped on a guy's foot, and of course my first thought process is, hey, let's just get this bad boy taped up. Hey, let's do what we got to do to get myself back out there. And we did everything. It just didn't work out where I felt like I could even be effective with, you know, with how it was feeling. So had to sit it out. But man, to talk about how guys stepped up in my place, man. I mean, we had guys. Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, just to say a little bit about him, you know, came in the year after me, has trained with me in the off season for the past 6 years since he's been here, and has been so good that he was an undrafted free agent when he signed as a rookie, and has been on the same team, the 49ers, for 6 years straight. He's so good they can't get rid of him. Are you kidding me? Mr. Do It All, special teams ace. And yeah, my dog. You know, I got to shout him out right now. He just does everything the right way, and is always ready for his moment. So, you know, I went out and he had to take my place as the mic, ran the show, had some sticks in there, getting his pads, boom, smacking guys. You know, yeah, look out for 45, man. When he's out there, he makes lots of nice plays out there, and came up big time. My young bull, Tatum Bethune, got in there, rookie, out of Florida State. Hey, I know Florida State's a little down right now, Tatum. Don't worry, they'll be back up soon. Got a couple plays in there at the end, got his nose dirty. But yeah, man, on my dog, you know, D Winners, of course, coming in, smacking dudes as always. So all the linebackers are just really just, man, we come in waves. It doesn't matter. If somebody goes down, we pick each other up and we keep the standard no matter what it is. And it was really cool to see that. And now, of course, I'm on the sideline trying to keep my guys in it, keep them hyped, support my teammates any way that I can, even though I wasn't with a helmet on the field. I still try to stay in it, and because I mean, shoot, you got to play all the way through to the very end. It's never just enough to be up. Like, you got to make sure you play all the way to the very end. We talk about playing 4 quarters. We did that. We won the game. So that's all that matters. Shutting down the pass run game, we came into the game on defense with 3 keys, and we said we needed to stop the run. Number 2, we said we needed to stop the run again. And then 3, I think, was take the ball away. We did that 3 times, took the ball away 3 times. So, you know, obviously the run game was an emphasis. The run game, stopping the run game was an emphasis, and we took care of business. Holding them under 100 yards, which is always what you want to do, is hold the other team to under 100 yards rushing. That, I think, was exactly the key to victory for the defense. And it seemed like we took care of business in where we needed to. You know, as a team, I think the thing that just really makes you feel good inside is like, man, how do cats respond when your back's against the wall, you lose 2 games in a row? And, you know, maybe some people hear that you lose 2 games in a row and people think, oh, it's not that big a deal, it's early in the season. Not here. All right, now with the 49ers, we take every single game serious as if it's the last. So, you know, yeah, our backs were against the wall, and how do guys respond through that? Guys come out and they play their best when their best is needed. I think we have everything we need as a group to continue to build off of this game, and it's never perfect. It was not a perfect game. We played well enough to win, but man, you look at the tape and you look at yourself hard every single time, through a win or through a loss, to see how can I just get better. And that's our focus going forward. How do we get better as a team to win 1 game and then win 1 more? And then it's just focusing 1 game at a time. That's the mindset, and that's what we're on to. Top performers of the game. Oh my goodness, it's hard to pick just a few guys, you know, especially when, man, a lot of individual efforts, really good efforts. You know, I got to talk about Jordan Mason. You know, I give him hell all the time, or at the facility every single day. But man, he's just showing up big time. You know, people don't talk about how major he's been for us as our running back with, you know, 2-3 out right now. JP has been phenomenal. I think he leads the league in rush yards right now, runs the ball with just that funk that you want your running back to run with, you know. And obviously we got some of the best blockers, linemen, tight ends, fullbacks, receivers in the league to help get him where he needs to go, but he runs the ball with the right intent. So I put JP in there as a top performer. George Kittle, back corner of the end zone, boom, just mossing 3 cats. I remember seeing that in real time, and I was like, whoa, that was kind of sick. That was pretty tight. So that was a huge moment in the game. We needed that touchdown too, so I give that to young Georgie. And then, of course, I gotta give my side of the ball some love as well. Certain people are coming to my mind right now. I gotta show love to Jordan Elliott. Jordan Elliott getting the nod to start with my dog Javon Hargrave out with the tricep. Jordan Elliott is a dog up there in that middle. All right, but you know what? Hold on now. Before, I got to give it to both Malik Collins, Jordan Elliott. That duo on Sunday best in the league. All right, and it had to be. For the type of game that we was going up against, we needed those two players to be at their best. Them two, I'm really excited about what we got going forward, and it comes in waves too. And it's not just them two. I'm talking about the whole D line, but them two in particular. I got to show love to my interior defensive linemen because they make my job easy. They keep your boy clean. I'm rolling over the top to make tackle, boom, 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 because all they doing is just blowing it up in the middle. So, 49ers, man, doing they damn thizzle. A little bit of chit chat about Defense Player of the Year, and what I've always said, I've said in prior years, is I'm not going to judge a cat by how he plays in September. September is a little bit like preseason ball to me. The longer I've been in it, the longer I've seen how seasons go. Anybody can play good to start the season. I'm sorry, it is what it is. I'm over here. I'm talking down on myself right now, but hey, that's just what the reality of this situation is. It's a long season, all right. And you as a team, I'm just talking about team football and aspirations for what we want to get to as a team, ultimately to obviously get that ring. You got to be playing at your best ball towards the end of the year. And that means that you've gotten better and better and better and better. So what does that mean? You need your players to play at their best later in the year. So with all these little chit chat about awards and stuff, listen, first of all, I'm not worried about that. All that stuff take care of itself. Ask me week 14, 15, 18. We can revisit that, okay? That's what I got to say about that. The Cardinals preparing for Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, one of the best players in the NFL. Doesn't even matter, quarterback, running back, doesn't matter. Got a lot of respect for Kyler. I think Kyler is one of the best, man, and I've seen him play some of his best ball this season, just in these few games that we played thus far. The guy, he can spin that rock and he can run with it too. So those are the guys that you hate playing against, because they can extend plays. You got to play a little extra throughout the down. You got to prepare a little differently for how the run game is. James Conner, phenomenal running back, runs the right way, bigger back. And, I keep hearing about Marvin Harrison Jr., rookie receiver out of Ohio State, how good he is. He's going to be a threat that we got to make sure we're on top of. So they got a lot of things going positively. I know they're coming off of a tough loss last week, but they want to get back on track just like we just did. And it's a divisional opponent. Records get thrown out the window. Nobody's worried about that. It's about one game. You know what I'm saying? And this is going to be our toughest battle yet, man. I think just for everything that the game is. And that's the mindset every single week is it's the toughest battle. But man, they're coming in with the right mindset. I like how their head coach got their team, their team's mindset, the way that they play just on film, just watching them and playing them last year. They play the game the right way, and it's gonna be a tough battle, tough matchup. I can never emphasize it enough, the impact that the faithful, all right, our supporters and our fans have on the game. When y'all show up, you show up in numbers, you fill up them seats, you're standing on your feet, and you're being loud for us, it means the world, all right? It means the world to me, and it means the world to our team. So we're going to need everybody to go ahead and flood the stadium Sunday. I think we play 1 o'clock, 1:05, whatever the time is, 1:25 maybe. Whatever the time is, we need y'all there, faithful. This is my message to y'all, all right? Every single game, you guys matter in every single way for us, and I appreciate you guys, man. I do. So please just show up, show love, be loud for your Niners, so we can go ahead and get this dub together, you and I. Sound good? All right. Well, that about wraps it up on the rear view. All right. Be sure to check out season 2 of the Warner House. Me and my wife have our podcast together that we do every week. It comes out on Thursdays. Make sure you check it out. On our YouTube channel. Stay tuned to Rearview. You know, we got a couple of, you know, different guests showing up on the show. And of course, I'm going to try to continue to give you guys a little bit of my mindset and my little insight into the game as well. So peace out, much love. See you next week.